Because we fall in love with the potential.
Moxie? Box is not
Okay, Moxie on.
Precisely.
Which is why we're gonna have this conversation. Age is not just a number.
Limit and that. Okay, no. So no, we're starting now.
We're starting? Alright.
What is too old or too young?
It's really like, it's really not like.
Shameika, what is too old or too young? In dating, in a relationship,
18 maybe?
too young and what is too old?
Maybe 60s or so? That's kind of, yeah, but we're going to talk as to why that's kind of too.
How about you, Ari? What is your close? What is your age? What is too old or too young for you when it comes to dating? Or in a relationship?
A full relationship. I'm 29 and for me I would say too old would be like anything above 45. And I feel the same way about young. I feel like anybody below 25 have some drama attached to them and I try to avoid that completely.
I think even over 25 you have a little bit.
Yeah, everybody have it.
Everybody have something.
But in my program to think, once you're under 25, something coming.
But what gives you that kind of like, what sets you, what makes you think like that? Like, what do you think like that?
Things that I experience, things that I've seen happen to other people. Around when people are around the age of 22 and 25 and they're just starting to really embrace their adulthood and their freedom, they're not limited, they don't limit themselves.
Right.
And then
They run wild,
yeah,
basically.
it's an opening for a lot of
experimenting and stuff.
Yeah. So that's not a place I try to allow myself to be at.
What will you show me like what you said, like what makes it?
I think for me, what was my first? I think my first relationship was technical college. I was maybe 17, 18. Yeah. Is that late or
is it in college that was your first relationship?
Is that
yeah.
Is that
Because like I was like a book nerd. So
yeah. You were supposed
my
to
mom was strict. I never used to go like that. But I think after I got to university, to college, I started to like push for, hey, I'm getting older, I need to experience things, you know? So that's when I started going out, and my first boyfriend was around that age.
Was around what age?
When I was around 18.
When you were 18, so you were about the same age as you?
No, he was older.
Like you said, the
I've
oldest
always
is like
starting, around us being the same age, but I've always dated somebody
older than you. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to date anybody my
But when
age.
you say relationship, you mean like a full actual
A full relationship.
Oh, okay, well.
And you know, you're young at 18, you don't really know much about
I
relationships.
think that's fair. That's a fair age.
Both of you are just learning.
So what is it like because remember society does make us feel right like if you're a girl and you're dating somebody older, that person might be taking advantage of you, and like for men as well to be just look at it like and say, you see, I don't want to. Let me just continue.
People say that it's not valid.
But for men as well, if you're dating somebody older, they look at it as a craze. So why do you think that people in society make it seem like something like that? A woman can't really date so much of an older man, but it's okay for a man to date an older woman.
Maybe is the I don't want to say theory because I feel like people have proven it that women mature faster than men.
Yeah.
So that they would be more drawn to somebody that on their maturity level. So they would go for older. But men,
But is it so much about maturity then if you date an older woman? Or is it what you can get from her? Because a lot of guys, they go for that because of what they can get.
Yeah. Because then that would come into play when it comes to like, I've been a sugar daddy or sugar mama. So it's just like, what is it really? Is it that we fall so much on in our society tell us about those things, or we look at it like, I don't want to be, or I don't want to have oh, let me not date somebody so old because society will look at me like, oh, I'm being this
But
guy.
have you seen recently?
But
With those daddies and those grandmas looking hella fine.
okay, no, let me ask a question now, okay?
Times are changing.
Because if we were on those kind of times, right, where we would say, okay then, dating somebody that guy is so old or too old, okay, what about pedophilia? When does that come in? When is the line drawn?
Legal.
Because it's a system, it's the law, right? But
Yeah.
should we just allow the law to tell us what? Because we just do that for everything else. So then when is the line drawn like that? To say like, oh, this is known as, because as I said, a man or a woman could be dating a boy much younger, and it would seem as okay. But now if a man go date a woman that is very much young, like a 40, 50-year-old man going to date an 18, 19-year-old, how does that look to you guys?
As if he's taking advantage of her.
Yeah.
Because she's not,
Precisely,
because
right?
psychologically she's not mature.
But what makes it different for them now, a woman, I mean trying to say like we're looking at it like man and woman, but what makes it different now for a woman, or what makes it okay now for a woman to go and date someone younger guy?
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's the same pedophilia.
I don't think it's okay because I remember the situation with Little Bow Wow, where he ended up pressing charges against his manager because he said that the manager had sexually assaulted him. So but you know the funny
You
thing
think
is,
he would have done that if the law was not present to show like is
That
a
is
problem?
not acceptable.
That is not acceptable or not?
I think it depends because for some reason any attention that a man gets, other men look at it as good. Any attention a woman gets, there's no levels.
Yeah.
If a woman grabs you inappropriately, you're like, boy, this girl checking
Yeah,
for you, boy.
right.
Wait.
That's
But you
true.
might not like
When a guy
that.
does
But then
it,
your friends
it's
say, boy, that girl
sexual
checking for you, and you say nothing.
Mm.
But you feel assault, right? And it still boils down to it's what men can get. And they've internalized that. So if I can get an old woman, as a girl is, I pull it away from her, and then it prays.
Yeah.
But
I guess it's
it is a man and woman thing, although we don't want to say,
I don't
but
want
it is the case.
sexist.
It
Yeah.
is the
So
case.
like, oh, if he's right. Okay, you dating somebody 50, 55, and then you at a much younger age.
First question, am I happy?
You asking me if you're happy, and I already first question you. Oh, you
Once
so
I'm
you have
happy.
happiness to
What-
factor to
Of
cover up
course.
whatever.
Of course. Else why would I be the person?
So I mean,
Age
it
is
that matter not for you.
Yeah, but then
There's
yeah,
more to it.
I think you should consider longevity. Because if you're at an age in your 20s that we want this close, and this guy say, how long you think this relation will
Well, I would hope that the relationship is very sweet to where he put my name on his life insurance. You with me, right? You with me, right?
So then again, it's about what you could gain.
You always get something from someone when you're in a relationship. It's help. Each one help each. You're helping me, I help you. What are we in it for? Because I like you? There's more to it than just liking you.
well, woman established and
So then,
No, think about it. Okay, if we're gonna stray out a little bit away from the age topic, guys nowadays don't really go into relationships or get married because they want to. It's more so because of the woman and what she wants, right? So it's a give and a take. Okay, you want to get married? Okay, I want a kid. In this case, sometimes relationships, oh, you want a boyfriend? Well, I want somebody who's gonna be my companion, regular sex. It's a give and a take, it's an exchange, it's like a business.
I saw this video as well yesterday where they were saying, the guy was saying that he was talking to this woman, saying that she got a perfect job, she made good money, she like, she up there on the rank. The only thing she missing is a boyfriend. You think it's gonna be easy for you? think women, you're not doing
A woman that is already established is gonna find it hard to find a man that matches her.
But why is it that you have to be somebody who match her? What
Because you don't want somebody to be a leech. It's
But-
easy to become a target when you're well put together. It's the same thing for
Why
men. It
can't
happens.
you? But why can't you help that person to be a better person? You guys feel like it's not okay
How
to
many
try to help people, or not even try to help, but I try to set the mindset different.
You know what happens a lot of times? We may get blinded by potential.
But men don't get blinded.
You see, that's serious hypocrisy. Because the first thing,
We
the
get
first thing
blinded
she
by
say,
potential.
the first thing she say, and the first thing you say,
What is it?
once he could put me on that will, once he could put me
But
on
wait,
that
it's a give and take. You don't think his name going on my life insurance? Of course. You see this whole divorce thing? Where you're coming to it with is where you're leaving with.
But you just
If we build something together, then we split it even, there you go. But I'm just saying,
So
if
why-
he dies and I'm on life insurance, cool, the kids get a portion, I
Okay,
get a
okay.
portion. If I get, he gets his portion, the kids get his portion. I'm not about the selfish thing.
So what about
We're gonna
the
help
family?
each other. Of course, everything in the air.
So your family, you feel like the family should really get much.
If that's what he wants, then that's what he
That was
gets.
it. Oh, okay.
I'm not saying all of it belongs to me.
I think the question what you wanted to ask was, do I think it's possible to date someone who is more established than me? I think it is possible, but you know where the problem comes? With age, not just insecurity, with age. So I'm dating a woman that's 35 to 40 and I'm 25. And she's well established and she's helping me build. At some point she's going to start treating me either as a child or an employee.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be purposely. It could just be what she's used to having been being an established woman. And that is what breaks down a lot of those relationships. And then on the flip side, where you're just trying to gain from her, you suck it up. But when you're genuinely into this person, then that becomes something bad for you.
Right.
And then you guys drift apart.
What are some of the issues that you might encounter dating somebody older than you?
Hobbies, common interests, views on social issues. As with age comes, I won't always say knowledge, but experience.
Experience.
So you know, hey, if you're looking at this from this point of view, this is the road you'll go down. But at a younger age, you're thinking, this is the way, and there is no other way. This is how I feel about it. And then those ideals crash, and that's what causes arguments.
But you know, sometimes with somebody who's younger, they have a different perspective that you would not necessarily think about.
Think
So
of
it's not
that.
always a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not always a bad thing. I just giving some examples of what can be a bad thing. I'm not saying it's always a bad thing.
What else?
I would say actually too, as you said, views, because somebody could also be looking at things. If you're dating somebody older, they could be at so much of a further part
In
than
life,
you are. Because I'm younger, I'm here in my life, but you older, you will already have this and have that moving forward, and I'm not even at your level as yet. So that could also be a problem with, because of your age, that could also be a big gap, a big difference in our experiences, as you said, and our interactions and stuff that we could encounter, because I might just be finishing my associates or undergrad, but you don't got a PhD working in an office, ready to move to a whole other city. Am I mentally prepared to take on a break like that, move away from me, like something like that? Because age difference, am I ready for that? No.
Because I don't see myself dating someone in their 50s or 60s.
Why?
But what if she looks like a 25-year-old
Looks, everything. Look,
Is it about
sex is something that exists in relationship, but it's not the relationship itself. What about conversation? What about the future that I'm building? I feel like when you close.
So someone that's in their 50s can't have a good conversation
No,
with
that's
you?
not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you close the gap, the similarities are closer together. That's what I'm saying. Further away, I believe somebody in their 50s would not be thinking the way I'm thinking. someone in the 50s, 60s come from another generation. I say I study in journalism. I could really make a living from doing parties, doing festivals, promoting culture. Somebody in the 50s, 60s is going to be like, you should go and get your master's and stay in school and find a nice job.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but remember, they're from another generation.
No, but then
It has to do with the way that they think.
Yeah, because first, right, I feel like for you to get into a relationship, there are certain things need to be discussed at first. So then, if you feel like, so I don't think in a relationship.
This would be something you had already determined earlier.
Yeah, that okay. Then I would date this person. I would this person. They seem like they want to go down this path. I could deal with that. I don't think like being in a relationship and then wanting to change it.
People get into relationships thinking they could change it,
and that's
especially women.
Especially younger women, because even so from younger and older women, I think both of them, younger and older, because they feel that they could influence, manipulate. Women also have a lot of narcissistic tendencies.
Hey!
Oh! Pull out that word for 2022!
Hey!
I thought we said males were the narcissists. Okay.
And then you see the others, women also.
Women manipulate men?
What do you mean?
I'm not saying in that manner, like when you're talking about
every man or woman
in
manipulates
that
men.
manner, because we fall in love with the potential.
It's not.
What
But
kind
a lot of women will feel like, ooh, he don't have a job now and he's wasting time.
They start to cheat. They start to.
Just because you lose a job, a woman
It
starts to
happens.
cheat.
It happens.
They start to
What is that having a job have to do
talk
with
down to you. Not literally sex. Sex doesn't.
If you're looking at different
Cheating
options.
doesn't only mean sex. Cheating could be
Women
very
now looking
emotional
for,
as well.
they're
Okay,
looking for
shopping
what they
around,
can get
okay.
from them and know.
Shopping
Then we bring it back to
towards-
the topic now.
Towards him, like I'm
How
towards
likely
him.
is it for a younger person to stay with you?
Probably
Unlikely.
highly unlikely. Because for a younger person, it's what they can get.
You always
It's
going back
always
to
what
that.
they can get, mostly money-wise.
That is why a lot of high school children and college children, let me say children, be having sex or in relationship with these van men and policemen and these
Because
people.
of what they can get.
Because of what they can get.
They want the
No,
monetary, the
no,
material
me,
stuff.
my mind not even matured yet. All I'm thinking about is person when give something to me.
And that's all I
Where does the adult stand in that now?
Because a lot of people looking for help. Honestly.
Running a charity now.
No.
Not even with, like I heard that everybody wants some
Want
sort
something.
of help. That's what I just looking for. Is like everybody wants.
That's what I said. It's when you enter into a relationship, you're still getting something. It's give and a take.
Well, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget, see you guys next time. And as I always say, love, peace, and patience.
Don't forget where we at.
And we are SupremeCutz. So if you're here in Taiwan, look it up. I link it in the description box down below, so you guys could check it out and hit him up. Pretty good barber. And also you guys could also check out Tiki Studios, and I will also link it in the bottom. And yeah.